Hello, my name is Verl Humphreys, also known as the Libertarian Economist. You can visit my website at libertyeconomist.com. And for my first video, I wanted to go ahead and answer the question, why libertarianism? Now, libertarianism is the only political philosophy that respects the individual and his property. Everyone wants to live his or her own life the way they want. Anyone who's not a libertarian is a hypocrite, wanting to live their own life the way they see fit, but not willing to allow others the same right. And I go into this topic into more detail on my blog post, which I will link to below. Now, libertarianism is defined by the non-aggression principle, NAP. Okay, the NAP simply states that it's wrong to initiate aggression through force or fraud. I also have a blog post detailing about the non-aggression principle, and I'll link that below as well. While libertarianism is about letting people decide how to live their own lives, it's not about unlimited freedom. You do not have the right to physically harm others or take their property. If a person decides to initiate force against you, then it's permissible to defend yourself or your property. By initiating aggression, the other person is demonstrating acceptance of the use of force and thus has no grounds to oppose the use of defensive force. The non-aggression principle does not protect against emotional harm. You do not have the right to not feel certain emotions, and no one can be held accountable for your emotions. Rather than justifying aggression because of psychic harm, the correct response is to deal with the source of the emotional response. And that method that you should use should involve peaceful, voluntary interactions. Emotional harm is often used to justify punishing people for discrimination. Now, to be clear, I mean it's used to justify punishing people, specifically business people, for discrimination based on usually race, gender, sexual orientation, or other reasons. Most people are perfectly accepting of discrimination based on race, gender, sexual orientation, etc. when it comes to relationships. So the irony is that they are using this emotional harm to justify punishing a group, business owners, that they are prejudiced against, but are unwilling to use the same justification in other situations. They are not consistent in their principles. True libertarianism requires free market capitalism. Libertarian socialism is an oxymoron. It's a contradiction. The free market is simply people engaging in voluntary, mutual beneficial transactions. Some people think that the free market means exploitation, and sometimes there will be people trying to exploit others in the market. But potential aggression by one group does not justify actual aggression by another. Capitalism means that the means of production and distribution are going to be privately owned and controlled. So the means of production include land and capital, like resources, tools, machines, and even money. So it's the ability to produce that ensures our own survival. Capitalism protects the baker's ability to own an oven, flour, mixing bowl, and ingredients, and the free market allows him to trade what he's produced for other goods and services that he wants or needs. So combined, free market and capitalism is people producing goods and services and then engaging in voluntary exchange for not only their own benefit, for the benefit of others. So why libertarianism? Because I prefer peace and voluntary interactions. If you are not a libertarian, why do you oppose peace and support coerced interactions? Thank you very much for listening, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you disagree, let me know down in the comments. Tell me what you disagree with, and I will talk to you later.